Is cryptocurrency confusing you? You're not alone. But fear not, because today we've got investment guru Raoul Pal breaking down the crypto world. Like this video for a crash course in crypto from the best, and subscribe to the channel for more insights to help you navigate the future of finance.
Join us as we delve into the fascinating evolution of digital currencies and explore the transformative impact they're having on the global economic landscape. The history of cryptocurrency isn't long, but it's arguably one of the most fascinating stories of the 21st century. Bitcoin became a household name from relatively obscure beginnings, and the total crypto market cap hit the $3 trillion mark in 2021.
People don't get their heads around, but this is actually the best risk-adjusted reward asset of all time. Fidelity have this beautiful chart of all of these dot plots of risk-adjusted rewards of assets, and there's like, tech is quite high, and some markets are high, and then cyclical stuff like oil and stuff is low risk-adjusted returns over time, doesn't really do anything. All of this, S&P, all in this. And then you go and there's a blank paper, and somewhere right at the top is a dot that says Bitcoin. It's a fucking alien. We have never been given an asset like crypto that has this risk reward by any yardstick. Drawdown versus, drawdown risk, volatility adjusted, any way you want to look at this asset, as long as it's over a period of time, it's by far and away the best asset we've ever been given. It's also the best performing asset of all time and remains the best performing asset. Every 4 years of that everything code cycle, Crypto Spring, which was last year, best performing asset in the world. Crypto Summer this year will be the best performing asset in the world. Crypto Fall next year will be the best performing asset in the world. Crypto Winter, which is 2026, will be the worst performing asset in the world. It's kind of simple. You don't need to do anything. You just need to buy it and hold it. So once you understand that we're over indebted, GDP growth is going down, we have an aging population, productivity is declining, we have our wages aren't going up, what are you going to do about it? Now, there are ways I've talked about how you can manage your own life in terms of thinking about having an income. That's a really important thing, multiple streams of income. We're all being forced into that these days. I get it. But really the thing that will change your life is owning the asset. And this asset is the only truly homogenous global investment asset that exists. I know gold people will say it's gold, but you go to a village in India and you buy gold, your bid offer spread is about 50%, and you don't have an app to buy gold, you have to go to the dealer or the jeweler. It doesn't function, yet every single person in India has a mobile phone, and Nigeria, and everywhere across the world. And you can download an app and buy this stuff. And the same product, Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, the product that we trade in the US, the Cayman Islands, the UK, Europe, is the same product in Nigeria, Brazil, Venezuela, the Philippines. And we can all fractionalize it, so we can all put in 10% of our income. So it's egalitarian. It's for everybody. And you see, once you see this, you can't unsee it. So of course it's a super massive black hole that sucks in capital. Of course people are going to pile more and more money in it because it's the way out for everybody. And that is just the investment in the infrastructure layer of this new digital economy. Obviously the applications layer, what we do with this technology, goes on top, but we're having a chance to invest in the applications layer here. I'm sorry, in the actual infrastructure layer. It's like owning a share of every single mobile phone network added together. If it was a public good, like the internet, owning a share of the internet, that's what we're buying here. It's a share of the rails of the new future, and everybody can own it. It's a public good, but we own it, as opposed to a public good being free like the internet. It's a public good that we can own a part of. And owning a part of it means we have behavioral incentives to make it grow. So it grows faster than anything else. Because the more people who join the network, the more the value of the network goes up. The more applications get built on the network because of the value of the network increases the value of the network, and so on and so forth. This is why it's the fastest adoption of any asset class the world has ever seen. Asset class, AI is a technology, but of an asset class, this dwarfs anything else. The last numbers we saw, we were at 516 million wallets, and we've been growing, again, at like 50 to 100% a year. So we're going to double and double and double and double as this technology brings in the central bank digital currencies, the payment system, the how we trade and invest in securities, the rails of everything. And then it unlocks other things of what we can do with smart contracts. It unlocks a lot. And again, most of you get it. And most of you start to make a lot of money out of this, and you're starting to understand. There's some of you who don't and don't want to get it, and that's okay too. I'm trying my best. I've done an enormous amount of work on this. We are so fucked that you're going to have to take risks, but we've been given the gift. That whole retirement crisis video that I did way back when, I said, listen, the gift is crypto. That was 2016 or something. And that gift is the gift that keeps on giving. It is everybody's chance to get ahead. But you have to understand how to do it. I mean, it's gone up a lot already, but it's likely to go up a lot further because we've probably got at least another year, maybe 2 years of returns. And that's part of what I've been trying to tell people with this don't fuck this up theme. It's like, listen, if we're being given an opportunity, it's so important that you don't mismanage the opportunity. Many people did that in the last cycle, and I'm trying to help people this cycle. Own the main assets. Don't trade around. Don't have FOMO. Don't use leverage. Just hold it. Now, you will lose your mind. I lose my mind in these. Just give yourself 10% of your bag, or 20% if you're really a true degen, to allow yourself to invest and lose money and try and make money in the 100x's. But don't touch your other stuff. Run it. A lot of people now have PTSD. They're going to want to get out too early. There's nothing wrong with taking profits, and we will address that when the time comes. Take profits by all means, but notice you also have PTSD as well because of the last cycle. Particularly people who've been in it for one cycle only have a lot of PTSD. I've gone through many of these, down 80%, and they don't bother me. In fact, I love them. I love them because I just buy more of the asset at cheap prices, and it compounds over time, which is a tremendously strong strategy. So when you step back out of all the noise, our futures have been fucked. They've been fucked by too many people, and the government's trying to deal with it, and central banks trying to deal with it, creating unintended consequences everywhere. But out of that was the answer, the Bitcoin white paper, cryptocurrency. We're starting to see that now becoming more accessible to people in the TradFi world, obviously the ETF. And actually, crypto is and remains the biggest macro trend of all time. It's that big. If the Everything Code says they're going to debase the currency, and all assets are now correlated based on this cycle, some are leading, the Nasdaq and crypto, others lag, property, and others are in the middle, like the Russell 2000. The S&P maybe leads by about 6 months, something like that. They're all moving in conjunction because they're all being driven by this liquidity cycle that I've talked a lot about. So if they're all being driven by the liquidity cycle, as a global macro card, the job's fucking easy. It's like, if everything is correlated, you only have one job to do. That's do a chart of all of these assets against each other and choose the asset that has the best risk-adjusted returns, and just do that. And that's why I'm so heavily involved in crypto. It is by far and away the best risk-adjusted return. So I've never had macro so easy. And you filter out all of the noise people talking about, it just goes away. People are like, well, you can't have crypto markets going to all-time highs with 5% interest rates. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? An asset that goes up 100%, 200%, 300%, 5% doesn't care about your 5% interest rates. It literally doesn't.
I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.